the backbone of any successful project, I would say. And I feel like there's so many different ways that you can market in the crypto space, right? Like if you think of traditional marketing, yeah, there's like you got your social media, you got your radio, you got your other advertisements, you got paper, you got like so many different things. But then you kind of translate that into the crypto space and it opens up like this massive well of new areas of marketing. One of them being callers, KOLs, people who have influence in the space, and people who you think can bring volume, but don't always quite bring the volume that you expect them to bring. So, what's the solution? What's your solution? I know my solution.
You have a solution?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying. Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, I think for me, I've realized uh, I don't feel like I know a solution, and I think it's something that we've, we've talked to a lot of our partners, and we've talked to a lot of AMA hosts and Telegram lounges, and met some really cool people who seem like they really do care about being good promoters of projects for one, like so marketing projects that teams they respect and they want to be known as a lounge or a group that is worth maybe what they cost. And so we've met some cool people, and I think they've echoed kind of the same sentiment that marketing is really hard at DeFi.
Yeah.
And maybe in the last bull run, a lot of people made a name for themselves that now it's like they're kind of living off those glory years, but they cost a lot and they don't often bring the volume on the chart that they promise. Or, we've noticed too, like with some, at least I've noticed, some people have a lot of bots, in their Telegram, or they have a lot of bots on their Twitter. So there's a lot of interactions, or on YouTube, you'll see like people's comments are all fake. And there's just so much plethora of fake, what's the word? Fake saturation of like ability to enhance your project by their marketing that it is frustrating. And I think that's probably is one of the more complicated aspects of ChainFactory in our ecosystem is finding the right partnerships, finding the right people that actually do give value to what they're offering.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to like go through that journey with ChainFactory. We've learned a lot through our own token launch. We've gained some experience, and honestly, a lot of it bad. I would probably say, in terms in terms of money we've spent and maybe not really received
Yeah.
sometimes any buys on our chart from our marketing that we've spent. And then others that have been really well spent and have been great people that just kind of stay organically connected to you and really do care and promote your project on an ongoing basis. And
Yeah.
that's great. So even if they don't necessarily bring volume, you at least feel like there's definitely a love and a care and a respect for their job as marketers to value your project.
Yeah. And I think I would say, you said marketing is hard. I would say marketing in the crypto space in DeFi is easy,
Hmm.
but effective marketing is extremely hard because you
Yes.
can you can pay someone if you got the money, you can pay people to market and
Hmm.
you can try and market yourself and you can go on Twitter and you can do everything. Is it effective? And I think that effective marketing is what will truly bring in the eyes to your project and the notoriety and the everything that you need to have a successful project. And I totally agree with you. I think there's a lot of influencers who still have that influence from the bull run, and they still they still work in that kind of area, and they do that. There's only a few I think that people truly follow, and those are the ones that like you spend a lot of money on someone, but the ones who can really make a difference are extremely expensive. And so most
Yeah.
projects don't have that, right? Like So no one has 10 ETH just sitting around that they
Well,
want to, that they're going to be able to just throw.
OPSEC might, or whatever, however you pronounce
Right.
that.
That's a little bit of volume, hey?
Yes.
But you don't have that just really sitting around for most projects just starting out. Like when they just started out, they wouldn't have had that. But
Yeah.
now, certainly, right? And so, that paid marketing and stuff, you have to really think about the approach you want to take and what's going to work for you and try and be effective. And I agree with you that one of the great things about what we have done and we have cultivated is like we made it known from day one that as Chain Factory, we want to make a difference in the space and we want to cultivate positive and strong relationships on people who have the same mindset and the values and the outlook on it that we do. And
Yeah.
as we've done that and as we've been in here a little bit longer, we're starting to see more and more that there are people out there that have that same outlook and have that
Mhm.
same mindset, and we're beginning to get connected with those groups, and
Yeah.
it's refreshing for me to see. And then also it's nice to see that and hear from them that their experience has been the same,
Yeah.
that you end up just throwing your money away if you pay too many people
Mhm. Mhm.
to try and bring volume to your chart. And so that's one thing that I am extremely excited with, the Ola marketing partnership that we have just
Hola.
announced. Hola. Now, we did a video on them quite a while ago because
You're racist, by the way.
that's right. Like, we might have said put a pin in this. We did a video on them a long time ago because we saw what they were doing. We liked what they were doing, who they were, and what they stood for. And here we are. Now we've got our own project. We're able to partner with them. We're able to bring these services to the people that are going to be building with Chain Factory.
Hmm.
Also, I think kind of the idea is that we will be able to have, that'll be where people go to look for the services.
Yeah.
And I think that
One of
it's
the places, right? Like, I don't think we want to be like done necessarily just with Ola. Like, I think we definitely want to like um offer like, more options too, because I
mhm,
think Ola offers a lot of packages, but there's so much more. I think even Ola, I think would even say like, obviously we don't need to be your only place that you promote your project, but it is a great place because of the plethora of avenues that they offer in their packages.
absolutely. And not every partnership that we have or every group is going to be right for every project, right? Like
Yep.
one project it might work out to go with Ola to get all their stuff done, and then another project it might work to try and go with Apetopia and just get some AMAs there, and they get the right notoriety there, and then enough eyes on their project, and it goes. So I think there's certain things that can be done well.
Those are that's one of the two lounges that I think on this video I would recommend so far is Apetopia and DeFi Dojo. I think I've learned to have quite a bit of respect for how they want to do things and
Mhm.
the kind of projects they want to back. I think it's cool to see. And even DeFi Dojo, I don't even think we have a specific quote unquote partnership with them, but
No,
they're really good about interacting with us and saying, "Hey, let us know if you have any updates. Like we're happy to put it in the chat. Like we really want to support you guys." So I really do respect those two lounges quite a bit.
yeah, I think they're great, and they're such a great addition to be able to offer to anyone building on Chain Factory, saying like we
Mhm.
have a network, we're building a network of these different lounges. We've got that TG announcement bot that announces to over 50 different lounges. If you want, it's an
Mhm.
optional thing. But if you really want the eyes on your project right at the beginning, it'll announce it and you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
So that I think is one thing that would have been helpful when we were going, is having a lot of these different trusted lounges and know that these are good. Like we were fortunate to have the guidance and the support of frogs from the beginning, and
Mhm.
I'm super grateful for everything that they've done for us, and I think that they're an amazing group, and I'm excited to continue. There's another partnership that we have, right? I'm excited to continue on there, and
Yeah.
I think having all of these guys in the places, and seeing all these different groups is just spectacular. And I think that's what makes it exciting for me to see different launches coming in and different projects coming and people talking to us, kind of interested, kind of that we can kind of say, hey, this is what we did and it didn't work. So why don't you, like, these are the lessons we've learned, and to be able to share that with people so
Yeah.
that they aren't making those same, I would
Hmm.
say, mistakes, right?
Yeah.
It's exciting for me to be able to think that we might be able to help nurture these projects and help them flourish in
Yeah.
ways that we weren't able to with where we put some of the money.
Yeah, and there's no simple like, I think we have to confess that marketing is um successful marketing is challenging in DeFi because there's such a saturation of projects. I mean, if you're in a lot of the people are in all kinds of lounges or Telegram groups. I mean, you see daily hundreds of contracts coming at you. Oh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. Gamble play, alpha play, do your own research. There's just such a saturation of projects that I think it's even challenging for marketers, because it's like
Yeah,
they're having to fight through that reality too. So we know it's like a challenge, but we want to be as wise about it as we can and as helpful as we can, offer the kind of partnerships that we think can at least lead to a higher rate of success. But a lot of it is on the project too to like do their due diligence too. I mean, like the chart matters a lot for a lot of marketing. We found on our chart that it was confusing at first because nobody would sell our token. Like there was a time when it was just like,
only
uh,
up
I mean, was it weeks, days? I don't know, of just like green, and it was like, you
the
know,
first two
we,
weeks is
we went
about.
we went from a project that people were interested in marketing to people being like, well, I can't market this. Like it's too green.
It's too good.
And then we went through a phase where it was like too red to market. And it was like, oh my God, like what the hell? What this is so frustrating.
Then
You
when
know,
we became factory stablecoin, then there wasn't enough volume.
yes, yeah. And then you stabilize and you have a strong floor support, but yeah, you might have a low volume. So all that is like all a piece of the pie.
Yeah,
Whereas like a marketing agency or people that are marketing for you, they can't do everything. Like they can't just it's just not a miracle pill. There's so much involved with it that it really is, or it can be challenging. But then we also see for some, it feels like lightning in a bottle, and everything just aligns
yeah,
and it just blows up. Like yeah, obviously you see that with memes all the time, and so it is kind of a fun thing to try to think of like what are all these ingredients and how do they work together?
absolutely.
To maximize the possibility of you getting that lightning in a bottle experience, depending on if you're a utility, it's a little bit different than if you're a meme.
Lightning in a bottle, I like it.
Yeah, and I'm excited. We're hopeful, right? Like we kind of want to do a little prequel of a hope of maybe doing like a 1 or 2 part series where we could actually talk to Ola marketing,
Hmm.
get their perspective, because I know that I would really like to have them on the channel, and talk a little bit about like what do they think the challenges are on their side, and then how do they meet those challenges. And I think that would be great for our users to hear any kind of wisdom they can glean from a marketing agency like Ola. I think would be really beneficial. So hopefully we can
Absolutely.
have them on and do a little bit of a longer segment of a Q&A with them.
Yep. I think that'll be great, and I'm excited for the potential and what might come even with this, because it's such a new partnership. We're still figuring out everything, how it might look and work,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be great for anyone launching through the factory. So marketing, make sure, like, if you're interested in launching a project, reach out, talk to us. We're always happy to speak with anyone who may want to launch.
Hmm.
Plan your marketing, because that can truly, you can get your contract, you can have your project, what you want to do, and you can have things ready. But if you don't figure out your marketing, if you don't know what you want to do, that can make or break your project. And so
Markets matter too. Markets affect marketing.
timing,
We saw
yeah,
that this week.
we did see that this week. Yeah. So markets and marketing, they're important. And so have a look. And if you have any questions, please reach out, and please smash that like button. comment, subscribe, do all the things so that we can reach more people and get the news out there.
Happy early Factory Friday on a Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.